All right, coming here live on Facebook, tracking one tornado warning. We're in a commercial break on the rundown here. Going to toss it out of our Fox West Texas programming here after the break, but we wanted to come on Facebook Live. We'll stay on Facebook Live here. Tornado warning right now for Stonewall County. Want to take a look at the velocity signature. This is where the rotation is, where you see the red and the greens coming together here north of Peacock. Not the best rotation here, but this does have enough rotation to put a tornado warning on it. So Stonewall County in effect until 6:45 p.m. If there was a tornado developing, this is going to be just off to the north of Peacock. So once again, our far northern viewing areas here. This is Stonewall County. This is just off to the northwest of the Aspermont area. This is pushing towards Route 83 here eastward. So this is where it's headed right now. Let's take a look at the hail core. Also seeing hail with this. Two actual cells here. Hail cores, one just off to the west of Rochester, pushing on into the east. Another one just off where that tornado warning is. That's looking like upwards of a tennis ball size hail with that one. So we're going to go on air real quick here, so hold on. Welcome back, everyone, to the rundown. We're tracking a tornado warning now for Stonewall County. This is off in our far northern viewing areas here, northern big country. It's in effect until 6:45 p.m. Hail core upwards of tennis ball, possibly even larger than that. So we're talking about 2 to 3 inch hail associated with this cell in Stonewall County. That's pushing on off to the east. Rotation, if there was a developing tornado, it would be right here where the reds meet the greens north of Peacock. This is pushing on off to the east towards Route 83. So between Guthrie and Aspermont here in northern Stonewall County, this is where the rotation is headed. It's headed right in this direction. So it's going to stay just off to the north of Aspermont. However, we're watching that town very carefully with this system, but the rotation right now is right here, moving on off to the east. Also tracking two hail cores, upwards of golf ball size hail, one just off to the northwest of Rochester and one back here where that tornado warning is in far northwestern Stonewall County. It's pushing on off to the east. We're live on Facebook. We're going to toss it on air real quick here, but if you want to stay with us, we're going to be on Facebook Live throughout the evening, tracking these developing storms as they continue to form in the Big Country and the Concho Valley later on this evening. We'll be back on air on Fox West Texas live at 9, coming up at 9 o'clock. All right, still live here on Facebook. We're going to continue to follow this tornado warning for Stonewall County in effect until 6:45 p.m. Once again, the rotation is being seen here where you see those reds meet the purples here. So north of Peacock, this is headed in the direction of Route 83. So if you're in Aspermont, do not drive north on Route 83 right now. The rotation part of this storm is going to be pushing towards Route 83 in northern Stonewall County over the next 15 minutes or so. Let's back up a little bit to show you more storms that we're continuing to track here. Let me go all the way back. We're going through a lot here. So we're watching these developing cells northwest right now, our northwest viewing area. San Angelo, we're in the clear right now. No concern for San Angelo or much of the Concho Valley right now. However, you're seeing some of these storms developing just off to the northwest of Big Lake, Midland, Odessa here. These are the cells we're going to have to watch for development over the next several hours. They will strengthen as they push on off to the east. Very humid outside, moist environment, plenty of fuel for these storms to work with. So we're going to watch these particular cells carefully. San Angelo, we're clear right now. Nothing coming towards you over the next 30 to 45 minutes. However, we're going to watch these cells off to the west because more storms may move in later on this evening. So we're coming on Facebook Live, not for San Angelo right now. We may see it later on. Abilene, we're clear as well, but we're watching these cells just off to your west, trying to push their way towards you. Let's take a look at this particular cell up here. This is in Fisher and Nolan County. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7 p.m. That includes Capitola, Sweetwater, Roscoe. Roscoe, we've been under this heavy cell, not really moving much over the last 30 minutes or so. This continues to slowly, and I mean slowly, inch its way off to the east, right along Interstate 20. Hail core with this. It has come down a little bit. It's showing about pea-size hail. That's what you see with those grays here. We had upwards of golf ball size hail about 20 minutes ago when you saw those blues. It went away now, but we had those blues about 20 minutes ago. That's when we saw upwards of golf ball size hail in Roscoe, but we're still dealing with upwards of pea, maybe quarter size hail on the west side of Roscoe right now. So this storm looks to be weakening a little bit. We'll continue to watch that carefully. Another severe thunderstorm warning a little bit further off to the south, north of Sterling City, but it does include Sterling County here until 6:45 p.m. This is pushing on off to your north. These are going in all sorts of directions. Some are moving east, some are moving north, but we're continuing to watch this. This is not any rain here. This is actually a windmill farm just off to the south of Edith and Robert Lee. Nothing to worry about there, but the one hail core here moving out of Sterling City, out of our viewing area, upwards of quarter size, maybe golf ball size hail associated with this particular cell. But let's go back to the tornado warning here real quick. This is the main concern right now. Stonewall County in effect until 6:45 p.m. Not confirmed to be on the ground right now. I'll step away for a second in just a little bit to see if we do have any confirmation of this. But what I saw over the past 5 minutes is no confirmation, but we are seeing that rotation right here north and northeast of Peacock, headed in the direction of Route 83 here, far northern Stonewall County, north of Aspermont. So we're continuing to watch this rotation here. If there was a tornado, it would be right here in this area, and this is pushing east northeast towards Route 83, and we're tracking some hail. This is a very dangerous supercell thunderstorm right here. That is a hail core. We're seeing upwards of baseball size, possibly even larger than baseball size hail northwest of Rochester. This is pushing on off to the east as well in northern Haskell County. This is going to come very close to Monday. So if you're north of Haskell driving on Route 277 here, you've got to be very careful because we have upwards of baseball, possibly even larger than that, hail headed in your direction. It's headed towards Rochester as well. So Rochester, you want to get in your safe place, away from windows, interior room. Not a tornado warning for Rochester, but we are seeing very large hail pushing your direction. Hail core back to the west here, a little bit less impressive, but still that's upwards of ping pong ball size hail associated with that storm. Once again, moderate risk for Colorado City, Sweetwater, Stanford. That's level 4 out of 5 for this evening. 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for everybody else. That includes San Angelo. So San Angelo, Brady Junction, we're quiet right now, but we're continuing to watch this, and we'll keep you updated throughout the evening. So let's go back here. Those two cells, like I said, up towards Rochester, upwards of baseball, possibly even larger, coming into town just off to your north right now. That's a very dangerous cell headed in the direction of Monday and headed right here in northern Haskell County here up towards Benjamin as well, dealing with this system. So this is very edges of our viewing area with this storm, and then that tornado warning for Stonewall County in effect until 6:45 p.m. Continue to go back here just if anything changes. Continue to watch all of these cells here. We're also watching one cell off to the southwest of Ozona. That's relatively weak and weakening. That's some good news. Like I said a little while ago, if you're watching from San Angelo, you're quiet right now. We get a lot of questions on our Facebook page. Can't see your comments right now, but drop them. I'll try to get to them after the Facebook Live here. But we get a lot of questions all the time. What about San Angelo? Well, right now we're dry, we're quiet, but we are watching these developing showers here for any strengthening as they push towards the San Angelo area. So right now, nothing headed in your direction. Same thing with Brady. Most of our area, we're quiet as can be right now, but really off to the northwest and north of Interstate 20. And that's what we're dealing with, that tornado watch in effect until 11 p.m. San Angelo, we're not included in that. Maybe extended, we'll let you know, but right now, San Angelo is not under a warning or a watch at this moment. But storms are likely, if we don't see them over the next few hours, they're likely to develop overnight and bring some flooding possibly tomorrow morning. So we'll watch that carefully for the Concho Valley as well. But Fisher and Nolan County, severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7 p.m. We're watching that hail core south of Roscoe. It weakened and now it's picking back up a little bit. So Roscoe, about pea-size hail, upwards of golf ball size hail on the southwest side of town, pushing off to your south here in Mitchell County. Further off to the south, Sterling County, in effect until 6:45 p.m. This storm is pushing on off to your north. Some quarter-size hail possibly moving out of our viewing area far north of Sterling City. Once again, the main concern here is with this tornado warning, 6:45 p.m. north of Aspermont. If there was a developing tornado, it would be right in here. That's where we're seeing some of that rotation right now. So it's pushing towards Route 83. Once again, south of Guthrie, north of Aspermont, and it's pushing on off to the east here. Also watching that very dangerous hail core in this cell. Two different storms here. They're pretty strong. Luckily, this one's trying to take some of the moisture and try to the inflow from that storm. So hopefully this one can cut that one off a little bit. But this one's a very strong storm as well, not tornado warned, but we have upwards of baseball-sized hail here on the north side of Rochester. And Rochester, we're about to be under some pretty large hail. So if you're in Rochester, interior room, away from windows, and let this storm blow on through over the next 30 minutes or so, because it's a dangerous cell, even though it is not tornado warned. I'm going to step off real quick. I'm going to go see if we have an actual warning or anything. Well, I'm going to hop off Facebook Live for right now. We will hop back on throughout the evening and keep you updated if anything changes. If we see better rotation with this cell, we will, of course, hop on and let you know. But right now, relatively broad rotation. If I see anything that changes, I will be back here on Facebook Live. We will continue to be on Facebook Live throughout the evening as these storms continue to push on off to the east, and we'll keep you updated on that. I'll let the radar play for a few moments here. Let me check if we see any other confirmation. If not, I'll be back here in a little bit. All right, everybody on Facebook here. Sorry about that. Just trying to get the graphics where I want them here. So we have another tornado warning in effect right now. I want to let you know about this cell. This is for Glasscock, Howard, and Mitchell County. So Glasscock, Howard, not in our viewing area, but if you know somebody in that area, let them know. We'll continue to track this as well. This is headed off to the east. Mitchell County is in our viewing area. Rotation with this, not seeing a whole lot, but it looks right about here where we would have to watch some of that rotation here, just off to the east of Fort Sand here. So out of our viewing area, this is southeast of Big Spring. This is headed in the direction of Hyman. So far southwestern Mitchell County needs to be on the alert for this particular cell as it continues to push on off to the east. We'll continue to track that. Back off to the north, tornado warning just got extended here for Stonewall County, now in effect until 7:30 p.m. with this particular cell. Rotation with this would be right about here. So we're watching this. This is actually strengthening a little bit here. This is where the tornado, if there is one, no confirmation on that, would be. It's off to the northwest of Aspermont, pushing off to the east here, right along Route 83 between Guthrie and Aspermont. So right here, that is where that cell is. The tornado, if there is one associated with that, is going to come over Route 83 here over the next 20 minutes or so. This is relatively rural Stonewall County here, northwestern side of Stonewall County. This is pushing in that direction off to the east here, and we're continuing to watch hail associated with this as well. Tornado warning storm, hail core has come down a little bit. That's some good news, but we have to worry about this tornado here. Golf ball upwards of, so that's golf ball size hail. Golf ball size hail associated with that, but some rotation as well associated with that cell in Stonewall County. Hail core here, that one has upwards of baseball, even larger sized hail. This is just off to the northwest of Rochester, and this is pushing on off to the east as well. So Rochester, we're gonna have some pretty large hail, upwards of golf ball, possibly even a little bit larger than golf ball, maybe tennis ball size hail with this. Baseball size hail is in this small little core here. We see that red, a little bit of yellow. That's where the biggest hailstones are gonna be, so north of Rochester, but still gonna see some pretty good hailstones headed in the direction of Rochester. Let me go back once again. Hard to control everything here, but I'm trying to get a look at all the cells we're watching right now. Quite a bit going on right now, so we're trying to get the cameras exactly where we want them here. So two cells up here, far northern viewing area, one for a Stonewall County tornado warning here, and then this other one pushing through far northern Haskell County towards Rochester, headed in the direction of Monday and pushing on off to the east. Throckmorton, we're quiet right now. These cells are slowly working their way towards you. It's going to take a while, though. We'll continue to watch that. It'll be about next hour or so. You look pretty dry, but these cells are headed in the direction of Throckmorton, so you want to be weather aware here, and we'll continue to watch that. And once again, that tornado warning has been extended now for Stonewall County, in effect until 7:30 p.m. Let's backtrack here back to the other tornado warning. We got two tornado warnings ongoing right now: Glasscock, Howard, and Mitchell counties. Far southwestern Mitchell County here. So we're continuing to watch this. This continues to push on off to the east. Rotation with this is going to be near Fort Sand, right about here. Not seeing a whole lot on that scan, so that's good news. But there's enough rotation, enough uncertainty here that we are going to go with the tornado warning. Once again, that one is in effect until 7:15 p.m. That includes parts of Mitchell County here. Backtracking a little bit here. Let's backtrack. Actually, one more. The severe thunderstorm warning up towards Sweetwater. That's in effect until 7 p.m. That hail core, let's take a look at that real quick. Golf ball size hail south of Roscoe now, right along Interstate 20. So you don't want to be traveling on Interstate 20 west of Sweetwater right now. You want to be avoiding that for sure, because upwards of golf ball size hail with that. Back in track real quick to the big picture here. San Angelo, we continue to be quiet. Watching this one cell here in northern Reagan County, starting to develop a little more, so we'll have to watch that. That's going to go, if it continues on its same path here, northwest of San Angelo. So San Angelo, we're not worried about this. If we're tracking anything headed in the direction of San Angelo, it's going to be from down here. And these cells here are weakening as they push on off to the northwest into Crockett County. So San Angelo, we want to be looking off to your southwest for any development. Not seeing it right now. So San Angelo, we're quiet, but we're going to continue to watch it throughout the evening. Junction, Brady off to the east, we're quiet as can be right now. That's going to continue to be the case over the next few hours, mainly going to be off to the west. It's warm, mid-80s, humid as well. Those dew points sitting in the mid-60s. Let's take a look. Sweetwater, some golf ball size hail off to your southwest, and tornado warning. That's the main concern here. Mitchell County included in this. Glasscock, Howard and Mitchell counties. Rotation on the southeast side of Glasscock County here, just on off to the east of Fort Sand. This is pushing towards the Hyman area. So if you're in Hyman, interior room away from windows, wind's going to be a major concern with this one as well. So rotation not the best on that one. We want to keep that the case, but once again, tornado warning. Actually, let's back it up real quick. We got another tornado warning I want to let you know. This is a very developing situation. Happens quickly, and we want to let you know about it. So that's why we're staying here on Facebook Live, because things change in a hurry here. So new tornado warning. We have 3 tornado warnings ongoing in our local area right now. So this one is for Haskell County, north of the actual city of Haskell, but that includes Rochester. So we're watching with that hail core moving into Rochester. Now we're tracking some rotation with this cell as well. So let's take a look at 2 ongoing rotation areas here. This one's towards Rochester, moving on off to the east towards Wynert, upwards up towards Monday here. Route 277, want to avoid this area from Monday all the way down to Haskell, because if we had rotation, it's right here near Rochester, moving east of town towards Wynert. Back here off to the west here, this is where the rotation would be on this cell. This one's about to cross Route 83 north of Aspermont in far northern Stonewall County. So this is pushing on off to the east as well. So 2 tornado warnings ongoing right now for our far northern viewing area. Stonewall and Haskell County included in a tornado warning now for 7:15 p.m. This one, Stonewall, is in effect until 7:30 p.m. So this particular one right here, Rochester, north of Haskell, don't want to be driving on Route 277 between Haskell and Monday, upwards of tennis ball size hail, possibly even larger than that, upwards of baseball size hail associated with this cell, and we're watching some rotation with this as well. Going to jump off real quick. I'm going to keep the radar on. I'm going to see if we see any reports with these 2 cells, and I'll be back on in just 1 second. Let me just hop over to the computer, and I'll be right back. All right, if you're staying with us on Facebook, sorry, just going through some of the reports on my computer here. Want to take you into this cell. I think I got the first one hooked up here, but I'm going to jump ahead real quick. Watching this rotation up here in Haskell County, relatively weak. There is a confirmed tornado, though, now with this one off to the southwest in Glasscock, headed into both Howard and Mitchell counties here. So this is where we have to watch this particular cell here. You see the bend here, kind of the bow echo. This is where a tornado is confirmed to be. So there is a tornado warning with this cell in effect until 7:15 p.m. and now a confirmed tornado right here. This is where the tornado would be, or is. It is confirmed right now. It is pushing in this direction. So southwest of Hyman, this is headed in the direction. If you're in Hyman, make sure to be taking your tornado precautions right now. Tornado is off to your southwest, looks to be headed in this general direction here. So relatively rural area here, but this is headed in this direction, and that is where it is right now. This is not tornado warned for Sterling County. Far northwestern Sterling County is not included in this. That is likely going to change because the tornado, if there is one, is going to be right here. And it's going to be headed in this general direction. So right on the edge here of, right on the far northern viewing part of Sterling County. So far northwestern Sterling County should be included in this as well, along with Glasscock, Howard, and Mitchell County. So this is what we're going to continue to watch here. So tornado was confirmed about 5 minutes ago. Latest scan came down just a little bit. That's some good news here. It's right here. So right on the edge of Sterling County. This is where there would be a tornado if there is one. So it's now east of Fort Sand. If you're in Fort Sand, let us know. Text us 325-655-6006. Pictures, anything put on our Fox West Texas Facebook page, reports as well. We appreciate your reports. Hard to see it when I'm running back and forth, but I know we had a report here on Facebook Live of some pea-sized hail back in Colorado City a little bit earlier on, so we appreciate that. Continue to send us your reports as long as you could do it in a safe manner. That is the main concern here. So once again, we have 3 tornado warnings that we're tracking right now in our local area, so a lot to go through. This one is a little bit concerning here, and this is north of Aspermont, far northern Stonewall County, Route 83. If there is a tornado, it's right here. It's about to cross Route 83 here in far northern Stonewall County. So this is where the tornado would be if there is one, and this is once again pushing on off to your east. And then we also have the hail cores that we're tracking as well. Those have come down a little bit, but upwards of golf ball size hail with those particular cells. Let's take you into the one in Haskell County. Tornado warning in effect here for Haskell County. If there's a tornado, it's right here. You see the reds and the greens. This is headed in the direction of Weinert right here. So Route 277 south of Monday. It is now east of Rochester, pushing away from you in Rochester, but we're going to have to watch that other cell pushing in your direction from the west. But this one right here, if there is a tornado, it's right here. This one is headed towards Weinert, about to head into town, and right along Route 277 with this particular storm here. So we're watching this tornado warning once again until 7:15, so about another 17 minutes or so with this cell. Also watching a lot of hail moving through Knox City, headed towards Monday, and this is pushing on off to the east towards Beaumartin, up towards Seymour as well. So if you're in Seymour, we're dealing with some light rain right now. This monster cell, though, is headed in your direction, specifically the hail core with this cell. You see those reds, those purples. That is headed more towards the Seymour area as well. So if you're in Seymour, you're quiet right now. I'm sure you could see those mean skies off to your west, and that is headed in your direction. So some light rain in Seymour right now, but we have to watch this. It continues to push on through Knox City. You're dealing with some large hail. Monday, that is next up on this, some large hail pushing in your direction as well. So once again, associated with this low pressure system in New Mexico, lots of storms developing here. Southeast flow from the Gulf of Mexico, a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture to work with, and we're tracking some of these cells. Once again, we always get a lot of questions about what about San Angelo? San Angelo, we're quiet. Abilene, we're quiet right now, but Abilene, we're watching some storms off to your west. San Angelo, we got nothing headed in our direction for the short term. Watching these cells, they develop really quickly here, and we're going to watch this over the next few hours. So anything that comes in San Angelo is going to be coming from this direction here towards the Big Lake in Ozona. Not seeing anything right now, so San Angelo, we're quiet, and we're in the clear now for the time being, but we're going to continue to keep you updated on these storms. Let's take you back. I have it changed. A little kind of out of order here. I apologize for that. But I'm surprised this one has not been extended. I don't know why, but hey, we're watching this one. I think this should be extended to include far north and northwestern Sterling County here. I know this is a sparsely populated part of Sterling County, but I think it should still be included in this watch box. So I would take this a little bit further off to the south, but this is where the tornado would be if there is one. You see that hook, and we had a confirmed tornado here about 10 minutes ago with this cell. Let's take you over to the velocity signature here. This is the tornado. If there was one, it would be right here, pushing in this direction just to the south of Hyman. So once again, if you're in Hyman, make sure to be taking shelter with this storm as it continues to push slowly off to your east and your southeast as well. So we're going to continue to watch this. Let me jump back over to the computer, see if we have any more confirmations. I'll keep the radar going as we do so, and be back here in just a second. All right, coming back here on Facebook Live here. We're continuing to keep the radar moving for you so you can see what's going on here. But going back to the computer to see what we could see here. But tornado warning now for Sterling County. So we said this was weird that they did not have this. That's because the National Weather Service Midland office was in charge of these counties up here. National Weather Service San Angelo is responsible for Sterling County. So new tornado warning issued by that office until 7:45 p.m. So this is an ongoing situation here. Looks like a tornado was observed tornado near Fort San, a little bit off to the west of Fort San about 20 minutes ago. It's still looking rather impressive here. So a likely tornado is right in here, south of Hyman. This is in far northern Sterling County here, relatively rural, thankfully, part of Sterling County. But this is pushing on off to the east and a little bit off to the southeast as well. So we're continuing to watch this storm, very dangerous tornadic storm in Sterling County here. If you're in San Angelo, look off to your north. You see the clouds associated with this tornado warned storm, the updrafts, pretty large updrafts, upwards of 50,000 feet here north of town. So if you're in San Angelo is right back down there. You could see this particular cell right here. So this is pushing off to the east and southeast. So we're continuing to watch this. Not a threat to San Angelo right now, but if it does turn a little bit and makes more of a southerly route, it would have more of a threat to San Angelo. But right now it's north Sterling City. You're in the clear right now. We're watching this though, because it is starting to turn a little bit further south. So that would bring Sterling City into more of the conversation. But right now, Sterling City, not included in this tornado warning. It is just off to the north of you. And once again, oops, I hit the wrong button there. Tornado would be right about here. Relatively rural part of Sterling County. This is where the rotation is with this cell. So far northwestern Sterling County, pushing in this general direction here. No roads really to speak of here, but Hyman is just off to the south of you. And we're continuing to track this as well. Back off to the north here, upwards or up towards Stonewall County. Got a lot going on here. Heavy rainfall, flooding possible, probably more likely now because it's been raining here for the past 1 to 2 hours. That tornado warning for Haskell County has been allowed to expire. Rotation has weakened. That's some good news to pass along. But once again, Stonewall County still included in this tornado warning until 7:30 p.m. Watching a little bit of rotation here now. Just off to the north here of Stonewall County, Route 83, pushing in the general direction here, southeast of Guthrie, and I think this is King County here. This is outside of our viewing area, but this is King County, South King County. Rotation will be right here, out of our viewing area, pushing in this general direction. We're gonna have to watch it though. If it holds together, maybe headed towards Benjamin, but right now not included in that tornado warning up to the north. Once again, moderate risk for all the areas off to the northwest. That's a 4 out of 5. San Angelo, Brady Junction, that's level 3 out of 5 here in the Concho Valley. So we're going to continue to watch it. Let me backtrack to the overall view. Actually, one quick second here. You see where you see those reds and greens coming together? This is a dangerous situation. This is likely a tornado right now. South of Hyman, far northern Sterling County here. It's headed in this general direction. No towns to speak of here, which is some good news here. But south of Hyman, it's north of Sterling City. It's headed right across northern Sterling County. So a very dangerous storm ongoing right now. Zoom this out a little bit. You see where Sterling County is. Tornado would be right in here. If we had a confirmed tornado, it would be right in here, 7:45 p.m. here in northwestern Sterling County. This tornado warning for you, pushing on off to the east and the southeast. I'll have to change this, but San Angelo, we're quiet right now. Abilene, we're quiet as well. Storms, though, headed in the direction of Abilene along Interstate 20. San Angelo, we're not included in this right now. We are dry, quiet. We actually got the sun out, so we got some clouds off to our south. Clouds with this tornadic warned storm off to your north. You could see that looking north of San Angelo right now. But we're quiet. We're in between the storms right now. So I know a lot of people joke about there being a dome. There's no dome over San Angelo, but it's kind of seeming like one because we're quiet here in Tom Green County. Everything is off to our north as of right now. Once again, continue to track these light showers to see if any one of them wants to develop here. This one's the strongest shower. It's nothing crazy right now, but we'll have to watch that near Fort Stockton. That would head towards the general direction of San Angelo if we saw anything like that. But we're tracking this cell as well because it's kind of going on an east-southeast movement. So this storm continues to drag off to the south. We'll be moving towards Robert Lee, Sterling, and Coke counties associated with this. So this is a dangerous cell. We're continuing to track this as it pushes in that general direction here. So I hit the wrong button. Lots of warmth out there. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Let's see if you could see that from our sky or our camera out there. Live look right now at downtown San Angelo. Can't see much, but it's sunny here on the buildings. Dark clouds off to our north. That is that tornadic warned storm. So if you're in San Angelo, look northwards. You see those building cumulonimbus clouds. That is our supercell ongoing right now, but thankfully not included in this. Let me backtrack. I'm backtracking a whole lot. Hold on. Okay, tornado watch once again, not including San Angelo, not including much of the Concho Valley and locations off to our southeast, but everybody shaded in yellow here, that's included in that tornado watch, and that's in effect until 11 p.m. This may get extended to include San Angelo. We're going to continue to update you. That's why I went back to see if they extended it at all. They have not at the time being. We'll have to watch it because we have that one tornado warning right now in Sterling County. It's headed in the direction of Coke County. Coke County, you're not under a tornado watch, but you're watching that tornadic warned storm just off to your west. So, excuse me, you got to be on guard no matter where you are across West Texas. A lot going on, low pressure sitting out here in New Mexico. A lot of activity forming along this boundary right now. So we got multiple. Look at all these severe thunderstorm warnings from Childress up towards Lubbock area, down here to Big Spring and down in Ozona. So San Angelo, we're quiet. Abilene, we're quiet. We're watching this cluster of storms trying to push its way towards Abilene. San Angelo, nothing headed towards you, but we're tracking some of this development to see if it gets stacked together and tries to make it into the San Angelo area. This is out of order. I'm trying to keep up the best I can, going back and forth between the computer and everything. But it's out of order. This is the main storm that I want to keep focusing on because it's our viewing area here, Sterling County, 7:45 p.m. There was a confirmed tornado, and that is a very impressive radar signature here. South of Hyman, this is where there is likely a tornado here. So northwestern Sterling County, relatively rural, that's good, but it's pushing off to the east and the southeast. If there was a tornado, it would be right in here, and we're continuing to watch this rotation with this particular cell. So in effect, Sterling County until 7:45 p.m. That's for another 25 minutes. We're continuing to watch this. Let me hop back off real quick. I apologize for that, but let me head back to the computer, see if we see anything, if we got any picture confirmation, anything like that. I'll let you know. Hold on. I'm going to keep this going. If there is a tornado, it'll be right in here, far north and northwestern Sterling County. Here we go. Update it again. It'll be right in here, south of Hyman, headed in this direction. Let me update everything. Be right back. Hello, everybody. We're cutting in on programming on Fox West Texas. We're also live here on our Facebook page. We've been live for the past hour or so tracking this very dangerous tornado warning right now, and it is now a particularly dangerous situation. Got the tag now from the National Weather Service. I'll read you the warning in just 1 second, but this is where we're talking about. This is northern Sterling County in effect until 8 p.m. here. This is where there is a confirmed large tornado. It is on the ground. It is northeast of Route 87. It is pushing in this general direction, relatively rural, thankfully, in Sterling County, north of Sterling City. But very large tornado in progress right now. This is a dangerous situation. We're continuing to watch this right now as it continues to push on off to the east and the southeast. Let me take a look here real quick. I'll read you the actual warning from the National Weather Service with this particular tornado. So confirmed at 7:17 p.m. according to the National Weather Service, Abilene, San Angelo, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was 13 miles northwest of Sterling City, moving off to the southeast at 20 miles an hour. It says in very bold, larger letters here, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard, damaging tornado is in progress right now. Weather spotters have confirmed the tornado. I've seen pictures on Twitter as well. So impact, if you're in this particular warning here in Sterling County and you see the warning box here until 8 p.m., it says you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles are likely, and complete destruction is possible. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas of northern Sterling County. So good news in the end of that warning here is it is staying mainly over rural counties, but a large, very large, and extremely dangerous tornado ongoing right now. So once again, this is where it would be here. Relatively rural part of Sterling County, northwest of Route 87, on the ground right now, pushing on off to the southeast at about 20 miles an hour. So Sterling City, we're watching you carefully. It is staying north of you, but we're going to continue to watch this. It's going to head in this general direction. No cities, no major roads here in the crosshairs. That's some good news, but we'll have to watch this carefully. You see that latest scan here. That is where the tornado is. That is very well defined, and it's headed in this general direction. If it holds together, it will move towards Coke County. So Silver, Edith, Cinco, down towards Robert Lee here have to be watching this particular storm as it continues to push on off to the east and southeast. Let me back up real quick. The rest of our viewing area, San Angelo, we're quiet. You look to the north though of San Angelo, you see those clouds developing. You can see that tornado warning right now, and it is headed in the direction of Sterling and Coke County. So we'll have to watch San Angelo for any development down here towards Fort Stockton. Right now, some development, nothing crazy, but it is pushing in this general direction. We'll watch this San Angelo. We're clear for right now. Brady Junction, no concern as well. But the main concern right now is in Sterling County, that particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning in effect until 8 p.m. And this is where that storm would be right now. So thankfully over rural areas. I want to bring in Tim real quick. Tim, you've been monitoring Twitter. Yeah. Anything we've seen, anything crazy, let me know.
Yeah, no terms of anything on the ground, no visual of what I've seen using hashtags or anything on the latest. I know that there were 2 responses from Coke County. You had mentioned Robert Lee. Yes. There were some concerns of whether or not they should take cover. I think you just answered that moments ago. You answered it before I could even ask. 2 individuals in Robert Lee thinking the way you said it could move that way if it sticks together. So I think take the precautions just to play it safe.
Yeah, you have some time. If you're in Robert Lee, you don't have to get in your tornado shelter right now. We have about an hour or so before this would head in your general direction, but it is headed in that direction. So southeast at 20 miles an hour, northern Sterling County, maintaining it mainly over rural areas, which is some good news there. But it is headed in the direction of Coke County. So you got to be, you got to look down the road a little bit. If it holds together, may it impact me? May it not? Let me see what I can do to get ready for that possibility.
Getting some marble-sized hail. I can't tell. I know that you've been live here for a minute, but marble-sized hail in Colorado City, 10 miles southwest of that. So I guess that's right about the area that you were just showing that over.
Yeah, Colorado City's been under that severe thunderstorm warnings for the past hour or so. I think that comment was a while ago. We've been live on Facebook for an hour and a half. May need to recycle it a little bit, but we've been on the same feed for about an hour and a half now watching that, and we've been tracking 3 tornado warnings at the same time. busy evening, Tim.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity here quickly, just to stay weather aware on the Fox West Texas mobile app. But Joe, in that situation, it's headed your way. You always stress interior rooms. Just kind of go over some of the safety measure.
Yeah, interior room away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outdoors as possible. Make sure to get low. Cover your head as well. Book something, anything would help. Interior room, bathroom. If you can't go underground, the best place to be during a tornadic storm is to be underground. If you can't be underground, interior room away from windows. Like I said, put as many walls between you and the outdoors as possible.
What are the actual chances? I know you said if it sticks together, it could head this way, but in terms of San Angelo, just be prepared, but nothing just yet.
Yeah, be prepared. This storm is far off to our north right now. It's moving southeast, though, at 20 miles an hour. So we're going to continue to watch it. Coke County has more of a threat than we do right now in San Angelo for this particular storm. Obviously, it was headed east, kind of northeast at the beginning of its life cycle about an hour ago. It kind of turned, kind of took a right turn a little bit, and now it's starting to drag a little bit further off to the south. So if it continues to do that, San Angelo would have to be more prepared, especially north side of town towards Grape Creek, areas like that. Right now, not in the concern right now. It's far off to our north, and we got plenty of time. We'll obviously be here if anything changes like that. But right now, San Angelo, we're clear. It's north of town. Coke County, you got to be alert for this. Right now, it's still off to your west for about another hour or so. But be on alert. We'll watch that as it moves on in. Northern Sterling County is the area of concern right now.
We'll go ahead and keep monitoring, stay weather aware on the Fox West Texas mobile app, and with us on our Facebook page. We'll recycle, Joe. Let's go ahead and kind of refresh and regroup. And if need be, we'll hop back on here as soon as possible.
All right, we're still here on Facebook Live. Hopped off on air real quick. It's still a dangerous situation. So like Tim and I were just mentioning, San Angelo, we're quiet right now. Let me go back to the wide view here. You see it's far north of San Angelo, Grape Creek. We mentioned you. You're on the north side of town. That's why I mentioned you. It's not coming towards you at this current moment right now, but it is up here in northern Sterling County. It's moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. So if it continues on a southeasterly direction here, Robert Lee up here in Coke County, that would be the area of concern. Right now, it's still off to your west, Sterling County until 8 p.m. That's for another 30 minutes. Coke County is not included in that. You just got to be thinking down the road a little bit. If it holds together, it's got a lot of moisture out there, a lot of energy to work with, it will be headed in your direction. But right now, Sterling County, north of Sterling City. So if you're in Sterling City, you are okay. We're watching this very, very carefully for Sterling City. But it is north of you. You are not included in that warning here. You're just on the outskirts of it. So, I mean, you got to be watching this very carefully because it is headed southeast. So right now, tornado warning. Tornado is right here, maintaining well north and northeast of Route 87. We want to keep it like that. It's headed in this general direction here. It looks like it's, I don't want to speak too soon. It's moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. It looks like it's starting to take more of an easterly turn now, so hopefully that would keep it out of Sterling City and still in a relatively rural area. But we'll watch this as it continues to drag in this, I'll put my hand like this general direction. So this is where it would be headed. Silver, you got to be watching this carefully. Edith, you got to be watching this carefully. It's still well off to your west, slow mover, 20 miles an hour. It is a confirmed tornado. Once again, from the National Weather Service, this is a PDS tornado. They do not, PDS tornado warning. They do not issue these very often. This is a very dangerous situation, a life-threatening situation, and that's why they put the PDS tag on it, because there was a confirmed large and dangerous tornado, and I've seen some pictures from north of Sterling City here in Sterling County of this tornado on the ground. So it's happening. It's on the ground right now, and it is continuing to push on off to the east and southeast at about 20 miles an hour. Like I said, and the National Weather Service said it as well, it's maintaining itself over rural areas. So that's some good news. Less to hit there, but it could change, and it's still moving on off to the east. So if you're in this area, you still got to be on the lookout for it. So you don't want to be driving north of Sterling City. I'm not sure how many roads are in here. Route 87 is a major thoroughfare here. That's where we got a lot of traffic. It's staying east of Route 87. Want to keep it like that, but don't want to be driving in this area of northern Sterling County. Smaller roads, not as much traffic, not as much people up there, but still, don't want to be driving up there right now. You want to be in your safe place for sure if you're in northern Sterling County, north of Route 87. Up back here to the north here. King and Stonewall County still under that tornado warning until 7:45 p.m. Not seeing anything here. This is relatively weak. Okay, so that's some good news. We're just keeping up to date with some of these other storms as well, because this is a dangerous situation. We're continuing to watch it. Okay, I'm going to keep it on here real quick. This is where the tornado warning is. This is where the tornado would be. It's pushing in this general direction. Let me hop off real quick. Let me go check the computer. Let me see any confirmations that we may have, and I'll be back. I'll keep it like this. Once again, tornado right here, rural part of northern Sterling County, pushing in this general direction. Be right back.